Welcome to the Bootstrap Mogul Podcast, where we bring you the grassroots tips, tricks, and stories in everything entrepreneurship, digital marketing, and personal development. I'm your host, Andres Holguin. Hey there, amazing listeners. Welcome back to the Bootstrap Mogul Podcast, your go-to hub for all things side hustle and entrepreneurship. I'm your host, Andres Holguin, and as always, I'm super excited to have you here with me today. If you're new to our community, a big, warm welcome. You are in for a treat. Don't forget to hit subscribe to join our journey of turning side hustles into booming businesses. Today, we're diving into a topic that's absolutely buzzing in the business world: leveraging influencers in your side hustle niche. Now, when we talk about influencer marketing, it's not just a strategy for the big players, it's a goldmine for side hustlers too. Let's take a moment to look at a classic example: the Kardashians. Whether you love them or not, there's no denying their colossal impact on the brands they endorse. Companies big and small have leveraged their influence to reach millions. From beauty products to fashion lines, when a Kardashian speaks, their audience doesn't just listen, they act. But here's the kicker: it's not just about celebrity status. These influencers have a unique ability to create a personal connection with their audience. Their followers trust their recommendations as they would from a friend. And that, my friends, is the magic of influencer marketing. This leads us to an important realization. In the world of side hustles, you don't necessarily need a Kardashian to make a splash. It's about finding the right influencer who resonates with your niche, someone who holds the trust and attention of your target audience. In today's episode, we'll uncover how you can harness the power of influencer marketing, just like major companies do with top-tier influencers, but in a way that's tailored and achievable for your side hustle. We'll explore strategies to find the perfect influencers for your brand, how to collaborate effectively, and how to measure the success of your campaigns. So whether you're already knee-deep in your side hustle journey or just dipping your toes in, this episode is packed with insights that could be the game changer for your business. So grab your notebook and let's get ready to dive into the world of influencer marketing. This is the moment where we start to unravel the mysteries of influencer marketing. Are you ready to dive in? I know I am. So let's start with the basics. What exactly is influencer marketing? At its core, influencer marketing is about leveraging the power of individuals who have influence over potential buyers. These influencers can sway the purchasing decisions of others because of their authority, knowledge, position, and/or their relationship with their audience. In today's digital-first world, influencer marketing has skyrocketed. With the rise of social media platforms, influencers have become more accessible and relatable than traditional celebrities. They're like the girl or guy next door, but with a superpower: the ability to influence. Now, why is this so significant? Well, think about how we make buying decisions. Now, we used to rely heavily on advertisements or what was available in stores. Fast forward to today, and it's all about trust and personal connection. We are more likely to buy something recommended by someone we trust and admire, even if that person is someone we follow online. Influencer marketing taps into this trust. It's not just about reaching a large audience, but reaching the right audience in an authentic, engaging way. When an influencer speaks about a product or service, their followers listen because they trust that influencer's judgment. It's like having a friend recommend something, only this friend has thousands or even millions of other friends. For side hustlers and small businesses, this is gold. You don't need a massive advertising budget to make a splash, because by partnering with the right influencer, you can amplify your brand's message and reach your target audience in a way that feels personal and genuine. But it's not just about picking any influencer. It's about finding the right fit for your brand, someone who shares your values and resonates with your potential customers. And that, my friends, is where the magic happens. So as we move forward in today's episode, keep this in mind. Influencer marketing is more than just a trend. It's a powerful tool to connect with your audience on a personal level and grow your business in the digital age. All right, so we've just talked about what influencer marketing is, but now let's dive into the different types of influencers. Because believe me, not all influencers are created equal, and understanding this is key to your success. First up, we have micro-influencers. These are your everyday folks who have built a following of anywhere from between 1,000 to about 100,000 followers. Now, you might be thinking, that's not a lot of followers, but here's the catch. Their power lies in their engagement rates. Micro-influencers often have a highly engaged audience because they are seen as more relatable, more like a friend than a celebrity. They're usually experts in a niche area, and their recommendations are like gold in their communities. Next, we have macro influencers. These are the influencers who have made a big splash in the digital world, with follower counts ranging from about 100,000 to 1 million. They're often seen as thought leaders or trendsetters in their respective fields, and with a broader audience, they have the ability to reach a wide range of demographics. Their engagement rates, they might be a little lower than micro-influencers, but their reach is vast. And then we have the mega influencers. Think celebrities or internet sensations with over 1 million followers. These are the big guns in the influencer world. When they speak, they reach millions. Their endorsement can catapult a brand into the spotlight overnight. However, with great power comes a great price tag, and working with mega influencers can be a significant investment. Now, why is this important for you, my dear side hustlers? Because knowing the difference between these types of influencers can help you make strategic decisions about whom to collaborate with. It's not just about finding someone with a ton of followers, it's about finding the right influencer who aligns with your brand and can genuinely connect with your audience. For many side hustlers and small businesses, micro influencers are a sweet spot. They're cost effective, have a dedicated following, and can drive real engagement. Macro influencers are great if you're looking to increase brand awareness on a larger scale. And mega influencers, while more expensive, can be game changers for brand visibility. So as we move through today's episode, think about which type of influencer aligns best with your brand and your goals. Remember, in the world of influencer marketing, alignment and authenticity are key. So let's go ahead and roll through our deep dive into the world of influencer marketing, and it's about to get even more exciting. So far, we've explored what influencer marketing is and the different types of influencers. Now, let's zoom in on something that's absolutely critical for side hustlers and small business owners just like us: the importance of niche influencers. So, why are niche influencers so vital for us? Well, the answer lies in the word niche itself. Niche influencers are individuals who have carved out a unique space for themselves in a specific industry or area of interest. They're not just known, they're respected and followed for their specific knowledge and expertise. Think of them as the go-to people in areas like vegan cooking, sustainable living, tech gadgets, indie fashion, you name it. Now, here's where it gets interesting for side hustles and small businesses. These niche influencers have a dedicated, highly engaged audience that trusts their opinions implicitly. So when they recommend a product or service, their followers listen because they believe in their authenticity and expertise. This kind of targeted influence is gold for small businesses because it means your product is being showcased directly to the people most likely to be interested in it. Imagine this. You've got a small business selling eco-friendly skincare products. Collaborating with a niche influencer in the sustainable lifestyle space can put your brand in front of an audience that's already passionate about eco-friendly living. It's like tapping into a well of potential customers who are pre-aligned with your brand values. This is much more effective than casting a wide net and hoping to catch a few interested customers. But there's more. Niche influencers often have more time and interest in forming genuine partnerships with brands. They're more approachable and open to creative collaboration ideas, which is perfect for side hustles and small businesses that are looking for authentic and meaningful marketing relationships. So, as you start thinking about your own influencer marketing strategy, consider the power of niche influencers. They can be the key to unlocking a highly engaged audience that's perfectly aligned with what your side hustle or small business offers. Okay, so that wraps up our exploration of the influence landscape. We've covered the basics, the types of influencers, and the invaluable role of niche influencers. Coming up next, we're going to dive into how you can identify and connect with the right influencers for your brand. It's going to be full of practical tips and strategies, so don't go anywhere. Okay, so we're moving forward in our influencer marketing strategy, and it's time to tackle a big question. How do you find influencers who truly align with your brand values and target audience? This is where the magic really happens in influencer marketing, and I'm here to guide you through it. So first things first, let's talk about alignment. When we say an influencer aligns with your brand, we mean they share your brand's values, your aesthetics, and they speak to your target audience. This is key because authenticity is the heart of effective influencer marketing. You want to work with someone who genuinely resonates with your brand and can authentically endorse your product or service. So, how do we find these perfect match influencers? Well, here are some strategies. First, define your brand values and audience. Before you start your search, be crystal clear about what your brand stands for and who your target audience is. This will be your guiding star in selecting influencers. Second, use social media to your advantage. So dive into social media platforms where your target audience is most active. Look for influencers who are engaging with similar brands or topics. Pay attention to the content they're posting, the way they interact with their followers, and the overall vibe that they give off. Third, hashtag and keyword research. So utilize hashtags and keywords related to your niche on platforms like Instagram, TikTok, or X, formerly Twitter. This can lead you to influencers who are already talking about topics aligned with your brand. Fourth, engagement over followers. Don't get blindsided by the number of followers. Look for engagement, so comments, likes, and shares. This is going to tell you how much their audience cares about what they say. Fifth, check for brand affinity. Look at the influencer's past posts and collaborations. Do they align with what your brand represents? Because an influencer who's already expressing interest in your niche is more likely to be a genuine advocate for your brand. Sixth, leverage influencer platforms and tools. So there are platforms and tools designed to help you find and connect with influencers. Tools like BuzzSumo, Upfluence, or Aspire IQ can be invaluable for your search. And seventh, listen to your own audience, because sometimes your best influencers are already your customers. Look for engaged customers who are already talking about your products. They could be micro-influencers in their own right. Remember, the right influencer for your side hustle is someone who can not only reach your target audience, but engage them in a meaningful way. It's about creating a partnership that feels natural and beneficial for both sides. So as you embark on this exciting path of finding your brand-aligned influencer, keep these strategies in mind. It's about quality, alignment, and, most importantly, authenticity. Now, as we journey deeper into the exciting world of influencer marketing, it's time to talk about the tools of the trade. Yes, I'm talking about those handy tools and platforms that make identifying the perfect influencers for your side hustle a breeze. So let's dive in. Okay, first we've got BuzzSumo. This is a powerhouse when it comes to content and influencer research. Just type in a keyword related to your niche, and BuzzSumo reveals who's creating the most impactful content in that space. It's fantastic for finding influencers who are genuinely engaging with topics related to your brand. Second, Upfluence. Think of Upfluence as your personal influencer detective. It helps you search through a vast database of influencers using specific criteria like location, interests, and engagement rates. It's a dream for pinpointing influencers who mesh well with your brand values and target audience. Third, Hype Auditor. If you're looking for deep analytics, Hype Auditor is the way to go. This tool gives you a detailed breakdown of an influencer's audience demographics, engagement rates, and authenticity. It's crucial for ensuring you're connecting with influencers who have a genuine and active following. Fourth, Aspire IQ. Here's a platform that simplifies the whole process. Aspire IQ allows you to manage your influencer campaigns from start to finish. It helps you find influencers, manage communications, and even track the performance of your campaigns. It's a one-stop shop for your influencer marketing needs. Fifth, Instagram's built-in search. Now, don't underestimate the power of Instagram's own search function. Use it to explore hashtags related to your niche or find influencers who are tagging similar brands. It's a straightforward yet effective method for getting a feel of who's who in your industry. And LinkedIn. Especially for B2B side hustles, LinkedIn can be a goldmine. Use it to find thought leaders and industry experts, and their professional network can actually be a valuable asset for more formal or business-oriented products and services. Remember, the right tool not only helps you find influencers, but also gives you insights into their audience and engagement levels. This helps ensure that the influencer you choose will truly resonate with your target audience and represent your brand authentically. And here's a pro tip. Always combine these tools with your own intuition and research. So check out potential influencers' social media profiles, read their content, and really see how they interact with their audience. This will give you a feel for their style and whether they are a good fit for your brand. So there you have it, a toolkit to help you identify the perfect influencers for your side hustle. Armed with these resources, you are well on your way to forging powerful collaborations that can elevate your brand. Now that we know how to find potential influencers, let's talk about assessing their fit for your side hustle. It's not just about who they are, but how they engage with your audience, who their audience is, and how authentic they are. These are the golden nuggets in choosing the right influencer. So first, engagement rate. This is the heartbeat of influencer effectiveness. An influencer's engagement rate tells you how much their audience interacts with their content. It's not just about likes. You want to look at comments and shares. Are people actively engaging in conversations? Are they sharing the content with their network? High engagement rates often indicate an influencer's ability to motivate their audience, which is crucial for your campaign success. Second, audience demographics. This is all about alignment. You want to ensure the influencer's audience matches your target market. Are their followers the people who are likely to be interested in your products or services? Tools like Hype Auditor or even Instagram's built-in analytics for business accounts can give you insights into an influencer's audience age range, location, interests, and so much more. This data is invaluable in making sure that you're reaching the right people. And third, again, authenticity. In the world of influencer marketing, authenticity is king. An authentic influencer shares content that resonates with their personal brand and doesn't come off as overly promotional or inauthentic. So you want to look for influencers who have a natural connection with their audience and a genuine interest in your niche. Do they tell real stories? Do their posts feel personal and heartfelt? Authentic influencers build trust, and trust, my friends, drives action. So let's break these down with some actionable steps. So to assess engagement rate, use tools like Social Blade or simply calculate it manually. Divide the average number of engagements like comments, shares, likes by the number of followers, then multiply by 100 to get a percentage. For audience demographics, you can dive into the analytics tools I mentioned earlier, and you want to look at the age range, location, interests, and gender breakdown. This should align closely with your target customer profile. And then evaluating authenticity. Now, this requires a bit of detective work. You want to scroll through their feed, read their captions, and watch their stories. Look for signs of genuine interactions and personal storytelling. You want to be wary of feeds that just look like a series of ads because you want someone who integrates brand work seamlessly into their authentic content. Remember, the goal here is to find influencers who can genuinely connect your brand with their audience. It's not just about reaching people, it's about reaching the right people in the right way. So coming up next, let's go ahead and dive into how to craft that perfect outreach message and kickstart a promising collaboration. So this is one of the most crucial stages of influencer marketing, which is reaching out to influencers. This can be a bit daunting, but fear not, I'm here to walk you through crafting an outreach message that not only gets noticed, but also gets a response. So let's jump in. Okay, so first impressions, they matter. The subject line of your email or the first few words of your DM are your first impression. So make them count. Use something that grabs attention, but also feels genuine. It could be a compliment on their recent post or a comment about something specific they've shared. Avoid generic phrases like collaboration opportunity because they're too common and they're easily overlooked. Next, personalize. I can't stress this enough. Influencers, they receive tons of messages daily. And so to stand out, show that you've taken the time to understand them and their content. Mention a specific post that resonated with you or how their work aligns with your brand values. This personal touch shows that you're genuinely interested in them, not just any influencer with a large following. Third, introduce yourself and your brand. So be clear and concise about who you are and what your brand is about. Share your story, but keep it brief. The goal here is to spark interest and establish a connection, not to overwhelm them with information. Next, make the value proposition clear. What's in it for them? Be upfront about what you're offering, whether it's free products, a fee, or a commission-based collaboration. Make sure your offer aligns with the influencer's level of influence and audience size. Fifth, be specific about your proposal. Vague requests get vague responses, so be clear about what kind of collaboration you're envisioning. Is it a series of Instagram posts, a blog review, a video mention? The more specific you are, the easier it is for the influencer to understand your expectations and decide if it's a good fit. Next, keep it warm and friendly. Remember, this is the beginning of a potential relationship. So keep your tone warm, friendly, and respectful. You're reaching out to a person, not just a marketing channel. Next, call to action. End with a clear call to action. Invite them to reply with their thoughts, ask for a meeting to discuss further, or provide a specific time frame for a response. And last, proofread. Let's make sure that you are proofreading your message. Typos or grammatical errors can be off-putting and convey a lack of professionalism. Okay, so here's a quick example of how your message might sound. So start off by saying, "Hi, influencer's name. I've been following your journey on X platform and your post about specific topic that really struck a chord with me. I admire how you specific compliment. I'm Andres, the founder of your brand, where we put a brief brand description, and I feel that our brand ethos aligns beautifully with your content, and I'd love to explore collaboration with you. We're particularly interested in whatever your specific collaboration idea is, and we believe it could be mutually beneficial because whatever your value proposition is. Would you be open to discussing this further? I'd love to hear your thoughts or any ideas you might have. Looking forward to potentially working together. Best." And there you have it, folks, your guide to crafting an outreach message that resonates. Remember, authenticity and personalization are key. So now let's go ahead and tackle a topic that can be a bit tricky, but is absolutely essential. Discussing compensation with influencers. Whether it's pay, affiliate deals, or free products, navigating this conversation with clarity and fairness is key. So let's get into how you can approach this like a pro. First, research market rates. Before you dive into any negotiations, it's important to have an idea of what's reasonable. Compensation can vary widely based on the influencer's reach, engagement rates, and the specifics of the campaign. So do some research to understand the going rates in your industry and for influencers of similar stature. Second, be transparent and upfront. When you reach out to an influencer, be clear about what you're offering from the get-go. Whether it's a fixed payment, a commission-based affiliate deal, or free products or services in exchange for their promotion, laying it out clearly helps set the right expectations. Third, pay for value, not just for followers. Remember, engagement and fit are more important than just the number of followers. An influencer with a small, highly engaged audience can often deliver way more value than someone with a larger but less engaged following. So consider their ability to truly connect with and influence their audience. Fourth, consider affiliate deals. So for many side hustlers, affiliate deals can be a great option. This is where the influencer receives a commission for every sale made through their promotion. It's performance-based and can be much more budget-friendly for you, while also giving influencers an incentive to really push your product or service. Fifth, offer free products or services. Sometimes offering free products or services can be a compelling way to compensate influencers, especially if you're just starting out or you have a limited budget. So ensure that what you offer is of real value to the influencer and aligns with their interests and audience. Sixth, negotiate but respect their rates. While it's okay to negotiate, respect the influencer's rates and professionalism. If their rates are out of your budget, it's better to find someone who fits within your financial means rather than trying to lowball them. Seventh, discuss the scope of work. Be clear about what you expect in return for the compensation. How many posts, stories, or mentions are included? Are there specific deliverables or timelines? Having a clear agreement prevents misunderstandings later on. And eighth, put it in writing. Once you've agreed on the terms, it's a really good idea to put everything in writing. This doesn't have to be a formal contract, but having a clear written agreement helps ensure both parties are on the same page. So here's how you might approach the conversation. Hi, influencer's name. Thank you for considering a collaboration with your brand. We're excited about the possibility of working together. Based on our campaign goals and your influence, we're proposing whatever specific compensation details. This would include specific deliverables. We believe this collaboration could be mutually beneficial and really resonate with your audience. So please let me know your thoughts or if there are any aspects you'd like to discuss further. Looking forward to the possibility of partnering together. Best. And there you have it, a blueprint for discussing compensation with influencers. It's all about finding that sweet spot where both parties feel valued and excited about the collaboration. Now, it's time to focus on a crucial aspect: clarity in communication. So when reaching out to influencers, it's not just about making a deal, but setting clear expectations, deliverables, and timelines. This is where many collaborations can stumble, but not yours. Let's dive into how you can master this art of communication. First, setting clear expectations. Right from the start, it's important to be clear about what you expect from the collaboration. This includes the type of content, the message you want to convey, and any specific guidelines or brand values that need to be adhered to. Being upfront about these expectations helps avoid confusion and ensures both parties are on the same page. Next, defining deliverables. A successful collaboration hinges on clearly defined deliverables. Are you looking for Instagram posts, stories, a blog review, or a YouTube video? How many? What should each post entail? Specifying these details helps the influencer understand exactly what you're looking for and allows them to assess if they can meet your needs. Third, setting timelines. Timelines is key in marketing. Outline specific timelines for when you expect the content to be posted. So if there are key dates, like a product launch or a special event, make sure these are communicated clearly. This helps in planning and ensures that your campaign runs smoothly. Next, communication style. So establish how you'll communicate throughout the collaboration. Will it be through email, a messaging app, or phone calls? How often will you check in? Consistent communication channels help keep things organized and efficient. Next, feedback and revision. So be open about the feedback process, and if you'll need to approve content before it goes live, let them know upfront. Also, be clear about how revisions will be handled. Remember, feedback should be constructive and respectful. And contingency plans. So discuss what happens if things don't go as planned. If a post needs to be delayed or content needs to be changed last minute, how will this be managed? Having a plan in place for such scenarios is always a good idea. So when you're drafting that outreach message or negotiation email, consider including sections like this. In terms of expectations deliverables, we're looking for specific content requirements. We'd love to see the first post by specific date with the following post spread out over a time period. We would appreciate it if you could send us the content for approval at least number of days before posting. In case of any unforeseen changes, let's agree to communicate them as soon as possible to find a suitable solution together. Clear, concise, and respectful communication sets the foundation for a successful influencer collaboration. It minimizes misunderstandings and builds a relationship based on mutual respect and professionalism. Okay, so let's talk about the heart of influencer marketing, which is how do you build mutually beneficial relationships? It's not just about what influencers can do for you, but also about what you can do for them. So let's dive into some essential tips to make these collaborations not only successful, but also rewarding for both. First, understanding their goals and motivations. Just like your business has goals, influencers have their own set of aspirations. So take the time to understand what drives them. Is it more followers, brand partnerships, or perhaps a particular message they want to convey? Aligning your campaign with their goals can lead to more passionate and effective promotions. Second, offer creative freedom. Now, while it's important to have guidelines, allowing influencers creative freedom is key. They know their audience best and how to communicate in a way that resonates. So trust their expertise and let them infuse their personality into the content. This often leads to more authentic and engaging promotions. Third, regular communication. Keep the lines of communication open. So regular check-ins without being overbearing can help keep the collaboration on track and builds a rapport. And you want to be available to answer any questions that they might have. So when you're crafting that collaboration agreement or having your initial discussions, you might, say something like, "We really admire your work and believe that a partnership could be mutually beneficial. We love to provide you with the creative freedom to showcase our products in a way that aligns with your style and audience. We're also open to your ideas and feedback as we move forward." Remember, a successful influencer collaboration is a two-way street. It's about creating a partnership where both your brand and the influencer can grow and succeed together. So now that we've discussed building strong relationships with influencers, let's get those creative juices flowing with some exciting collaboration ideas. Whether it's sponsored posts, giveaways, or product reviews, the goal is to create campaigns that are engaging, authentic, and memorable. So here's a couple of creative ideas to elevate your influencer collaborations. So first, sponsored posts with a twist. Sure, sponsored posts are common, but how about adding a unique twist? Encourage influencers to share a personal story that connects with your product. So for instance, if you sell eco-friendly products, they could share a story about their journey to a more sustainable lifestyle, highlighting your product naturally within that story. Next, behind the scenes content. People are naturally curious about what goes on behind the scenes. So collaborate with influencers to give their audience a sneak peek into how your products are made or an insider look at your brand. This builds trust and deepens the connection with your audience. And next, product reviews with a personal touch. Product reviews are great, but encourage influencers to add their own personal touch. Maybe they can share how your product solved a specific problem they had or how it fits into their daily routine. So now it's time to address something that's crucial yet often overlooked, the legal side of things. We're talking contracts, FTC guidelines, and disclosure requirements. Navigating these waters can be intimidating, but I'm here to help you out. So let's ensure your collaborations are not just creative and engaging, but also legally sound. Contracts. So a contract is a key in any professional relationship, and influencer collaborations are no exception. It doesn't have to be overly complex, but it should clearly outline the terms of your agreement. This includes deliverables, compensation, timelines, and any specific requirements like content guidelines or rights to the created content. A contract protects both you and the influencer, ensuring everyone is clear on the expectations. Next, FTC guidelines. The Federal Trade Commission has specific guidelines for influencer marketing to ensure transparency and honesty in advertising. The gist is simple. If an influencer is paid to promote a product, their audience needs to know. Influencers should clearly disclose a relationship with your brand in their posts. This can be done through simple disclosures like #ad, #sponsored, or explicitly stating that they've partnered with your brand. Third, disclosure requirements. Transparency is key, and disclosures should be clear, conspicuous, and in easy to understand language. They should be placed in a way that's hard to miss, so no hiding them in a long list of hashtags or at the end of a long caption. This is important because undisclosed paid endorsements not only violate FTC rules, but can also damage the trust between the influencer, their audience, and your brand. Next, respecting intellectual property. Always respect the intellectual property rights of influencers. This includes their images, videos, and other content they create. If you plan to reuse their content in your marketing, make sure this is agreed upon and detailed in the contract. And fifth, understanding different platform rules. Different social media platforms may have their own guidelines around paid promotion, so it's important to be aware of these and how they can impact your promotions and how they should be displayed and disclosed. Understanding and adhering to these legal considerations is essential. It ensures that your influencer collaborations are built on a foundation of trust and transparency, which is key to long-term success. And with that, we wrap up our segment on legal considerations in collaborations. Coming up next, we're going to go ahead and explore how to track and measure the effectiveness of your influencer campaigns. Now, as we near the end of our influencer marketing journey, it's crucial to talk about measuring the success of your campaigns. After all, what's the point of all this effort if we can't engage effectiveness? So let's dive into how to track and measure the impact of your influencer campaigns. First, set clear objectives. Before launching any campaign, be clear about what you want to achieve. Is it brand awareness, sales, website traffic, or growing your social media following? Setting specific goals upfront helps you to measure success more accurately. Use UTM parameters for tracking. If your campaign aims to drive traffic to your website, use UTM parameters. These are tags that you add to a URL. So when someone clicks on the URL, the tags are sent back to your Google Analytics, and you can see how much traffic came from each influencer's post. It's a powerful way to track the effectiveness of each influencer in driving traffic to your site. Third, monitor engagement rates. Engagement, again, likes, comments, shares, and saves is an indicator of how well your audience is receiving the influencer's content. Fourth, track sales and conversions. If a campaign is sales-driven, use unique discount codes or affiliate links for each influencer. This is going to let you track exactly how many sales each influencer is generating. It's one of the most direct ways to measure ROI. Analyze audience growth. So if your goal is to increase your brand's social media presence, monitor your follower count before and after the campaign. Also, pay attention to the quality of these new followers to ensure they are your target demographic. And request post-campaign reports from influencers. Many influencers can provide detailed analytics on how their content performed. These reports can offer insights into reach, engagement, audience demographics, and so much more. So when setting up a campaign, make sure that you discuss those tracking methods. Because by effectively tracking and measuring the success of your influencer campaigns, you not only understand the ROI, but also you gain valuable insights for future campaigns. Let's focus on that critical step, which is adjusting and refining your strategy based on the data and feedback you've gathered. So you've tracked and measured the success of your campaigns, but what next? How do you use this valuable information to optimize future campaigns? Let's explore that. So first, analyzing data. Start by taking a deep look at all the data you've collected. So which influencers brought in the most traffic or had the highest engagement? Next, you want to understand audience response. So pay close attention to how your audience responded to the influencer's content. What did they like or dislike? What kind of comments were they leaving? Next, identify areas for improvement. So no campaign is perfect. Maybe the messaging wasn't clear or the influencer style didn't quite match your brand. So you want to identify these areas and think about how you can improve them in your next campaign. And testing and experimenting. Don't be afraid to experiment. Try different types of content, work with different influencers, or target different segments of your audience. Testing is a great way to discover new strategies that work for your brand. Remember, the key to success in influencer marketing is flexibility and continuous improvement. So use the data and feedback to refine your strategy and always be open to try new approaches. And there you have it, folks. That's how you adjust and refine your influencer marketing strategy based on data and feedback. All right, Bootstrap Moguls, we're at the end of yet another fantastic episode. Today, we've journeyed through the world of influencer marketing, and I hope you're walking away with some valuable insights and actionable strategies to implement in your side hustles. Let's quickly recap our takeaways. First, influencer marketing is about leveraging the power of influential individuals to amplify your brand's message. Identifying the right influencers involves understanding their engagement rates, audience demographics, and ensuring authenticity. Effective outreach is key. Remember, personalized messages and clear communication go a long way. Next, collaboration is a two-way street. Focus on building mutually beneficial relationships. Never underestimate the importance of legality. Contracts and FTC guidelines are your friends. And sixth, measuring the success of your campaigns is crucial. So use the data and feedback to refine and improve your strategies continually. Now, I encourage each and every one of you to start exploring influencer marketing. It's a dynamic and powerful tool that can elevate your side hustle in ways you might not have imagined. Don't be afraid to take that first step. The potential rewards are incredible. Now, if you found value in today's episode, I would be super grateful if you could hit the subscribe button, share this podcast with your friends, and follow me on Instagram at Andres Does Business for more daily insights and tips. Now, for a little teaser of our next episode, we're going to delve into crafting your skills and passion inventory, a starter's guide. This episode is going to be a game changer for those just starting their side hustle journey or anyone looking to pivot and maximize their existing skills and passions. You won't want to miss it. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Bootstrap Mogul podcast. Remember, your journey to success might be a marathon, not a sprint, but every step you take is a step closer to your dreams. So keep hustling, stay passionate, and I will catch you in the next episode.